Hello everyone and welcome to my Mego collection. I just started this about a month or so ago and I'm surprised how much it grew. It looks pretty good. So never mind the junk under the table. Oh, excuse me. Um, so without further ado, I guess we could just get started. So we have the front row here. We have Type 2 Mr. Mizzleplick or whoever he is. I don't know. I don't read the comics. I just collect the figures. I think they're really cool. So we have him, which I guess is one of Superman's enemies. Then we have three Spider-Men. They're all different in a way. So this one, the Type 1, it's a Type 1. He had some fixes on his suit. That was very well done. And I don't know. I've always wanted a Spider-Man. Batman, Spider-Man I wanted the most. Why? I don't know. I just think they're really cool. But Type 1s are really hard to stand up because they don't keep their legs closed like Type 2s. They're like always spread like that. It's kind of annoying, but meh. There's a little tiny rip in his foot there, but not very noticeable. So there's that, and you'll see what I mean by them not being able to stand up right. It always takes a little bit. And this one's a Type 2. Sorry about that. So he's in really good condition. And the only problem with him is he has light fraying. I don't know if I'll try to get the camera to focus. Right there. See right here, he has some light fraying. But otherwise, he's in really good shape. His face paint is a little bit of issue. But for his age, he's in really good shape. Especially for the price I got him at. I think I paid about less than $20 for him. A little over $19. And this one's different because for one, so I'll show you with the other Type 2. One, he has one snap, and this one has two. And the other is because the one on the left has a red torso, and the one on the right has a peach torso, or skin torso, whichever. So I personally like the red torso better. It just blends a lot better with him. I wish they just recycled the Human Torch body for Spider-Man, just to make it all genuine and so it doesn't look weird when the skin slips out. But they didn't make Human Torch till after Spider-Man, so that's forgivable. So, but I thought that was really cool. I got him for a good price as well. Alright. So as I try to stand these guys back up and fail miserably. And, well, there's that problem too. So, oh yeah, that's his problem. Only two of these have broken leg pins. They can get a bit annoying, especially when you don't have the parts to fix them. But that's okay. I don't mind. Especially if I can get them to stand up properly. There, that works. But yeah, see how Type 1s don't like to stand on their own without a stand? There. So, thankfully we're going further back. So then here's Mizzleplick, whatever. He does have some damage on his collar, I guess you can call it. He does have some tears here. He's missing the white belt piece there, but he's a Type 2. I guess he's more scarce because they actually discontinued this guy. This is a this is a second sculpt, the most common of all of them. The smirking head is only available on Type 1s, as I read in the World's Greatest Toy book here, which I guess could technically be part of the collection. Really good, fairly expensive, $56, at least on eBay, but really worth it. And it's from the Figures Toy Company itself, so really good, useful information. It's not a price guide, it's just a collector's guide, but very cool, very helpful, and increase my knowledge on that. And then I got a couple of price books there, even though I think they're outdated. So anyway, as we reach further back, we got Superman here. And one thing to note, everything in here is original. No reproductions. I made sure of that. Honestly, I'm one of those collectors that despise reproductions used on figures. The only exception would maybe be a sticker, maybe. But even then, I'm like, ugh. So, as far as I know, everything on here is original, especially on the emblems on the Star Trek figures. Lieutenant Uhura, I honestly forget her name. I think her emblem might be a reproduction because of how not curled it is. I'm not sure. But here's Superman. I almost called him Batman. That's terrible. Very bad. But he has slight fraying on his cape. But I paid a good price for him. I think I paid like $13. His shirt just needs a little bit of a cleaning. His hair has some rubbing, but I mean, this is like average condition for something this old. And I don't mind. Not at all, especially for the price I paid for him. Next, we got the Riddler. He is missing his belt. And he's a fist fighter. And apparently fist fighters, especially the Riddler, is the most sought after, which is interesting. With the clothes on, he does not like to punch very well. But when you take the clothes off, he does punch pretty well. I had to sew one of his bottom snaps because it was coming off. And then I sewed a little bit of his shirt here, his legs. It's a little more noticeable on camera, but if you notice it in person, it's not that noticeable. But it was the closest thing to a thread that we could find. But he's really cool. I think the fist fighters are all right, but I prefer the original. The non-fist fighters a lot better. Then next, if I can get him to stand, which might be close to impossible. There, we'll just lay him down for right now. Next, here's one of my Batmans. As you can see, I paid like $20 for him. His emblem's obviously fake, handmade by childhood. His head has the gray head. I could fix it. I know how to fix it. I could get the items to fix it, but it just gives character. I think the gray on his head gives him character. Makes him unique. He does come with a black boot. I surprisingly found this black boot to be very hard to find the other one for. I think this is for the Action Jackson Fisherman boot, I think it is. Because it's the same mold as the Batman boots, just black. So I don't know. His cape is original. He has some tears here. And spots everywhere. It's honestly kind of gross. But, I mean, it doesn't feel gross. It just looks gross. But I still think it's cool. I call him a gray bat, or bat gray. Probably gray bat. I don't know, probably use him as like an arch enemy to Batman. I could get... the most easiest parts to get for these figures, especially for Batman, is the boots. That's the closest thing if you're lucky, you might find a cape here and there. But usually the boots are the easiest original parts to find, other than the suit. So, but yeah. So there's Gray Bat. Then next we have Batman himself, or a more original Batman. And if you can see the notice in his material already, Mego would usually improvise if they ran out of materials of a certain thing. So this one's more like a nylon, I think you could say, or swim trunk material, and that's more cotton, or you know what I mean, polyester, something like that. I don't know. I do not know the types. I'm sorry. There you go. Batman's getting ready for a haircut. But yes, everything here is original. When I initially got him, he did not come with his boots or his cape. I had to buy those separately. He is missing his emblem and his glove, his other glove, which is hard to find in itself. But everything here is original. And the way you can tell for the reproductions, at least for the cape, which is a definite, is there would be a DM on either side. And as you can see here, there is not. So that's really cool. And I'm surprised at all the different colors and shades that they did for Batman's cape. It's very interesting. But yeah. So Batman's my second favorite. I mean, I like them all in a way, but Batman was what inspired me to start collecting Megos. So it's not surprising that he was the most popular of all of them. And then we come to my third Batman. He has a more noticeable broken leg, which I didn't notice until after he came, which is unfortunate because I paid a hefty price for him. I didn't buy any boots or anything. This is how he came. And as far as I know, his emblem is original, which is really nice, really cool. He is a darker shade of blue in all forms, as you can see. As far as I know, I think he's one of the later Batmans from 1979. I definitely prefer the Type 2 bodies a heck of a lot more than Type 1s. They just stand better, they pose better. When you pose their arms, they don't poke out and attempt to rip at the seams like this one does. If I can, yeah, see how it's like poking out, and it looks like it's going to tear at the fabric. I don't like posing the Type 1 Batman very much. I'll fix him in a second. But yeah, Type 2s. Type 2s are a lot better. They did a good job on that. So there's Batman, number 3. And then we got Robin. I was surprised he still had his sticker. Wrong area, but still cool nonetheless. And some people wouldn't know, but there is a slight difference in the belts. These are first run belts. These are all first editions. They say 1971 on their bodies. So that's really cool. Even though they didn't technically come out till 1972. But they were probably using the Action Jackson chests and whatnot. So and you can see Robin's belt is more square than Batman's. I thought that was a nice little thing. I didn't notice that until I read it in the guide, which is very interesting. So you notice that Batman is using Robin's belt. And as far as I know, this is also original. Like I stated, I don't see any. You would see a DM for Dr. Mego in here. So I believe that's all original. But these are the more translucent in a way. And then Robin is literally only missing his gloves, which seem to be hard to find. There is a name here, and his cape is really frayed. It's pretty bad. But I honestly don't mind. I'm not a perfectionist. I mean, Spider-Man, he's just so simple. I tried to find the most perfect suit to keep as a display copy. But his only problem is that this foot's really loose. But everything else is fairly tight. Nice joints. Very nice. He does have a rip under his arm here. But I don't know how to fix that, so I try to leave that alone. And then we'll just set all these guys all the way so we can get to the proper display of... Set here. Yes, Spider-Man. The Star Trek. Now, these guys, I got Spock at a comic shop in a town away from me, and they had a sealed Klingon for about $60. I might get him sometime, but all these other guys I paid about $10.50 a piece or so for the figures, and the set itself I think I paid about $50. Good price for it, especially how complete it is. It's literally only missing one seat, like one seat to a stool and the red button. The red button is a bit of a unfortunate thing, but I mean, despite how complete it is, that's a very little problem. I might be able to buy a replacement set or just get the Diamond Select set and use this as a display to keep it nice. But it does have all the screens. Scotty is my most perfect condition Mego of all of them. I'm pretty sure that was like that. His hair is practically perfect. If I can try to get him to focus. His hair is practically perfect. I don't see any rubbing whatsoever. His shirt's really clean for the most part. He does have a couple stains here and there, but very slight. His joints do not squeak. He does not have any squeaking joints, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. They're very tight. It's very good condition. Definitely probably worth something. He is missing all of his he's missing his belt, his phaser, and everything, but overall, he's really good. I don't mind that they don't have their phasers or anything. I think it honestly looks dumb on them. Just them as they are is really cool. But then again, I never watched Star Trek, so I just got the figures because they look cool. So then here's Spock. I paid a pretty hefty price on him, but he was my very first Mego. He was the only one I've ever seen in person aside from the sealed Klingon. Like everything here except for the Spock, I got on eBay. So, but his shirt's really dirty. It needs some cleaning, and he has the squeak that I'm going to show you. See that? I won't do that and hurt your ears, but yeah. So some of these guys have the squeak, but yeah, Scotty does not. And Bones, his shirt has a bit of a rip here. It's a bit dirty. He has some rubbing on the curls here. If I can get my camera to focus. But yeah, you get the idea. So, and then we got Lieutenant Uhura. I don't know. She's probably my most favorite. Not because she's a girl. She is my only girl in my Mego collection so far. But because of how much articulation she has. She has much better articulation than any of the males. Her waist moves so much better. And I don't know. Her head moves a lot better. Her head can like tilt, if I can. There we go. Her head can tilt up and down and everything, and it's really nice, really cool, really like it. So I'll have to fix her in a second. I know this has just been one giant mess. So in here we have the compartment with the others. We have the red button in there. Well, we have the red thing to hold the red button. We have the two things, and the stool is hiding in there, but it's there. It's this bottom part here. And then we have Captain Kirk, who sits in his chair nicely. This set was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I saw pictures, and seeing in person, pictures don't do it justice. That's all I'm going to say. Pictures do not do it justice one bit. But so we're just putting him back in his chair. Actually, we'll show you real quick. His hair also has some rubbing. He's probably in the worst condition of all of them. I mean, his shirt's kind of flayed a bit. His hair is just so much bad rubbing. But, I mean, he's still cool overall. again, never watched Star Trek. I know of some of the characters, but I don't know like the main story or anything behind it. So, but there's that. And the reason I wanted this set the most, because I'm a sucker for vinyl stuff like this. I like vinyl. Vinyl's a good feeling. And you have the transporter, and you do that, or put that there, and there, and so on and so on. But yeah, so the red button is missing, so I can't fully play with that. But yeah, you get the idea. And that was pretty much my Mego collection. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm hoping on getting more this weekend. So I figured I'd show you guys a video in the meantime. And yeah, so I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys soon. See you later.